What's up, Scales Crew? Welcome back to another episode of the Review It Alls, and this is season 1, 2, and 3. And you are with me for episode 1, 2, and 3. And I have another special guest from another popular web reality show on YouTube. Now, you have been here for Rico with the K from Chasing Atlanta. You've been here for Tremel from G Status Hustle ATL. And now we're taking a step back to Chasing Atlanta. If you hadn't been watching the show, that's your problem, and you really need to fix that. However, this young gentleman has been taking the music world by storm, especially since a lot of people have started finding out about him through the Chasing Atlanta brand. He just released a new video that dropped, and it's for a lot of the girls out here that just can't get right.
Yes,
Okay?
sir.
You know, he's the second Rico on the cast, but not with the K, but with the C, and last name is Cassadine. So I'm going to give it over. Welcome to the show, Mr. Rico Cassadine. How are you?
How we doing? What's going on? What's going on?
Hey, great,
Thank
man. Thank you so much.
you.
Hey, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you being here, man. I mean, we had to get you, man. And like I told you before, we were talking before, we did not know when we scheduled the interview with you, it was gonna be right after the big episode, the
Right,
big body bop bop, boom boom boom.
right. The little thumpity thump session.
Ooh, boy, let me tell you. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and just jump right on into it. So Scales Crew, I hope you got your drinks, hope you got your L's, your J's, your hookah, your vape, whatever you need. Kick back, relax, and watch this. We're gonna have a good time. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this right quick. So before we get into the actual semantics of this episode, let's talk about how you actually got onto the cast of Chasing Atlanta. How did that come about for you?
Well, to be fair, this was my second time auditioning. I auditioned for season 4,
Okay.
and at that time, I had just started my career. So really, I didn't have much going on. And I told Dario that audition there, if I was able to be in this position again, I promise you I have everything I need to be a full-time cast member. And I came back for season 5, and though I didn't make main cast, I'm on the show.
Bitch, main cast. I can't tell. Because
Right.
every episode that we done seen, I've seen Mr. Cassadine.
I have been in every episode.
So all of these girls out here talking about main cast member, B cast member, this and that, maybe, but I'm seeing more people in the scene than others.
That is true.
I mean, like I said, I'm an observationist of the show, not just a fan. I pay attention to everything, and you can't sit here and say that people are B cast members when I'm saying them in the first 5 episodes of the show. Now I don't know how many episodes y'all got. Normally, most of them run 10 to 12 episodes. So if we're going with that actual ratio, B cast members have been 50% of the show of the season so far.
And
Simple
we know
mathematics.
after that, I'm going to be in at least 2 more episodes after that.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and bump that up. That's gonna be 50, 55, 60. You're right around 68 to 72% of the actual season. Simple mathematics. So anywho, so with the audition process, like how did you find out about the audition? Like, did they do an open casting call like they did? I know I've seen some social media open casting calls for like Dallas before everything happened with Dallas and all of that.
Yeah.
But is that how you found out about it too?
They did have open casting calls, and I applied, and I just so happened to give them what they needed.
It was giving
Boss
hired.
bid.
Look, giving boss bitch hired for B, but actually A. Okay, for real. So I said it before we got started with the interview, so I'm gonna say it while we actually on camera. I'm always one to admit my mistakes and right my wrongs. And when Mr. Cassadine and I had some exchanges on social media a while ago, this is when they were still filming the show. And I knew something was going on, but didn't quite know what. So I saw him respond to something, and I was just like, bro, nah, don't even da 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 da. And him not knowing me, of course, he may have taken it as like, oh, who's this bitch coming at me? Like, I don't know her. I get it. But then after watching last night's episode, it was like, it made sense. You were upset because you got lied on. Look, you are a Scorpio, I am a Libra. We are right there at each other. I can't stand nobody lie on me. So I fully understand. So with that being said, I give you my 100% utmost sincerest apology, sir. Because I was like, please do not. At first, I thought, I was like, is this another cast member trying to get some camera time coming after Dominique? Even though I know Dominique messy as fuck. Or is it something else? But it was just like, as we kept going back and forth, I'm like, okay, I don't think, maybe I should just stop because I don't think he's getting where I'm coming from. I don't think he's getting where I'm coming from. He don't see where I'm coming from. But I understood where you were, how you had the wall up because it felt like you saw somebody else is coming at you after you just had this going on. So I apologize for that. I do. I do. Even though that shit happened in December and the exchange we had happened in like, well, maybe February. So
I think that's when the trailer came out. Yeah.
Yeah, around in February, and I was so you know, I'm a man of mine. I can admit I was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong. At my first initial impression, I was like, okay, he seemed like he's gonna be a troublemaker, and not you the trouble. You the finisher. You ain't starting shit, but you finishing it, and yeah. So got my apology here, bro. For real. I already told you I liked your music and I felt like you were a dope person and a dope artist. Anyway, when we had that exchange, I still feel that same way. But now knowing the situation at hand and what happened, yeah, it makes sense. So, you know, you had every right. And for y'all hoes out there talking about what he did last night with the mace, we gonna get into that. But ain't no rules. Ain't no rules, especially when you've been forewarned. If you're in my face and I tell you at the third word you say, if you continue to say this, I'm going to slap your teeth down your throat. And then when I physically do it, don't feel attacked because I told you I was about to slap your bicuspids right on down that esophagus.
And I clearly, I will mace you.
Yeah. So you know what? Since I done segued it, let's talk about it. What we know that it came from a lie.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people that watched the show, if they paid attention and wasn't watching to respond and actually watching to understand, they saw that you had several people that came to your defense stating that you never said anything about X, Y, or Z, but the person continued to keep pressing the fact, and they like, yo, I'm telling you to your face, no, I didn't say this. You ain't say. And then over here, you said. And I'm like, wow, but you got people here, even one of your homies said plainly, it wasn't said. Let's talk about it. So, what was the situation? We know it was some shit that somebody was supposed to be dropping some tea. So, what happened? What happened?
Yeah, I was supposed to have a bomb that I was supposed to be dropping. I must have came from Baghdad that night because I was supposed to be throwing bombs all season. That was the thing. Rico was with the bombs. Rico got the bombs in the bag. So Rico was supposed to come with this bomb. And that was told to him prior to him meeting me, actually, like really getting to, like, we still hadn't had no conversation. So the whole bomb situation came up. So then he goes on live on TTB Live Traps, TTB Entertainment Live, and he goes to talking shit about me. To the point that my good sister Oliver had to tell her, because it's in the live, she was like, hey, that's my good sister, watch her mouth. You're doing too much. You're not going to give my sister too much fever. You're doing a little too much. So I caught the live. And my whole thing was, what's the issue? What's wrong? Like, tell me, why are you feeling so hurt? Like, what had happened? I was just lost. Like I wish people would understand how lost I was throughout this whole process. I really was lost. So, you know, I did inbox him and I asked him, I said, hey, what's going on? What's wrong? She responded very hostile to me in her inbox, which led to me saying, hey, drop your pen. If you feel that much heat behind what you got to say, drop your pen. I sure said that.
Baby girl,
But
you wanted to jump. You felt froggy wanted to jump. I gave you where the lily pad was. Yeehaw.
my good sister, my best friend told me, she said, Rico, you gotta understand that these girls like to play like they hard, but they like to call the police. So you can't just tell somebody drop no pen because you might go into a bunch of cops. So I politely did not go.
That's kind of where I was going when you and I had the exchange. That type shit. I did not want to see another black man going to
but I
jail.
did know I was gonna see her soon.
Ooh.
So I knew I was gonna see her at that event. And like I said, I could have cut the food. But the event was a very good event, and there was no need to talk about it. At that point in time, there was no need to have a discussion about it. Even production did not want us to have a discussion about it because the event was so good.
Right.
But oh, she's so pressed.
Panini.
Oh, she's so thirsty.
Sahara Desert.
Oh, she's so just moved to want to speak.
Shirley Caesar. Come on.
So she bends that little corner and she walks up on me after I was told that we weren't going to talk about it. And I had turned my mic in. So that means filming was what? Done. She decides she wants to come over and she wants to confront me. Okay, come on over. She gets to talking out the side of her neck. And she wants to sit here. Now, mind you, I already said it was on site when I saw you. So you talk about some calm down. Why? I gave you every chance to calm down when I asked you what the problem was in your inbox. And you decided to pipe up. But now you want me to calm down. Where's this energy? It's not matching. So then she politely gets to talking. And the truth basically comes out that she made up a lie and tried to drag everybody else in. No, I'm sorry. Drew made up the lie and got Dominique to believe the lie. That ended up getting her ass popped and maced. That's the story in short.
So where did Drew come from? If that was between you and Dominique, where did Drew come from?
Drew took a conversation that me, her, Jay Moore, and Rico with a K had and twisted it and turned it around and took it back to Dominique in a whole different way.
Wow.
We were all having this conversation about the cast, and the conversation about Dominique came up. And I was like, well, I don't have no problem with nobody. And I've been saying this from day one. My story ain't never changed. Anybody on the cast can ask you when everything happened, they started asking me what happened. I said, I don't know. The only thing I know is I had a conversation. They asked me who do I have a problem with on the show. I said, I ain't got a problem with nobody. But me and Dominique personalities might clash. I don't think that wasn't nothing negative.
But you know what though? That ain't even really for the people out there watching. It's not contrived. For one, two, it's not ego based either. That's actually astrological. Scorpios and Geminis really don't mesh well. They don't. Ex-wife, God rest her soul, my baby sister. Gemini, Scorpio. No. So when I took a step back, I went to the charts and was like, okay, I might see what's going on. I understand. Let me watch the show so I can actually know for sure so I don't overreact. Watched the show and was like, well, damn. But yeah, that's astrological. Y'all don't mesh well like that. Not too many Geminis and Scorpios get along well, especially if they're the same gender. They don't mesh well.
But so I'm guessing Drew took that and mixed it up and told Dominic I had a problem with him, which led to a bomb. Which I guess I was Osama bin Laden at this point in time. I had bombs.
But I still don't understand what the bomb. What was the fucking bomb? What was the fucking bomb?
I don't know.
Because that was never answered last night.
No, it wasn't. The bomb was a lie.
Oh, okay.
It was never a bomb.
Okay, exactly.
It was never a bomb. That was not true.
Because I kept saying, like, okay, well, what was it that was saying? Why are you not telling him? Why he keep asking you not saying something not right? And then all of a sudden, he hit you. You got in your Erica Badu sense about my shit, and you went in. And I understand.
All I said was, can I get my apology so I can go home? Because I was lied on. And I still ain't got my apology.
And he was like, never, bitch, never. And I'm like, whoa, like you could. It seemed kind of strange, like he was possessed by some shit when he said that. I was like, what's wrong?
Did you see he could barely stand up straight with his eyes open?
Yeah, that was like, I was like, was it just me at first? Like, was he really fucked up like that, or what? Because like he was just, hey. So, and I was like, that's not Dominique's energy. So what is going on? I was like, no. Well,
but yes, that's how it happened. And now I'm the bad guy because I made that bitch who pulled up on me, who was talking shit about me, started rumors about me, but I'm the one in the wrong by how I reacted. I'll take it. It is what it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say with every season there has to be a shift of the villain anyway. But I'm glad to see that you, Kendra, and Wayne are in good space, and I like I saw your social media post where you're like your brothers. Not I. I'm sorry, Cameron. I like that. I like that. Because that's something that I never really seen. I see like the whole team up the freaking frack, and then I was like, the power of three and whatnot. But it was like something about yours actually, I don't know, it resonated and it made it feel like it was like genuine. Like those are genuinely your brothers, and you genuinely got their back, and you genuinely fucks with them. And that's what that made that post really made me feel like that. So if they were saying that Troy's event was the best event in Chasing Atlanta brand so far, I will say that post that you did about the brotherhood and the friendship, the genuineness, that's the most genuine thing I've ever seen out of all the Chasing Atlantas, because you're saying it, you're still showing it, even after the fact. And it's
I really like we talk. Like they literally Ike calls me almost every morning. Not Ike. Wayne calls me almost every morning and checks in and talks to me. Me and Ike text and talk all day long. And Cameron always saying, let's go hang out and let's do something. Or he's always checking. So it's like they had nothing but encouraging words for me throughout this whole process. Wayne has tried to give me as much advice as he can. And, Cameron too. So it's like they actually care. Like, for real. They check on me mentally, because they know these fans are crazy. So like when I was going off today on live, They would text me, "Are you okay? Do not let this shit get to you. You did not do anything wrong. Don't let these people get you upset."
Because these same people talking shit, bro, they probably either would have even not even been in the situation because they were too busy not wanting smoke because they got fingers, they got Twitter fingers,
Right.
but they didn't really want that smoke, or they would have done the same thing in that situation because they probably wouldn't have had the hands and they would have been scared. That was the first thing they did. So like,
And
yeah, for real, don't let them.
And then you got to look at it. Each one of them that I posted, they going through it right now too. Like the same, just coming up with just false stories. People just wanting to argue with them and fight with them, just to argue with them and fight with them. People belittling Cameron. People taking shots at Ike because of Willa. Dominique falling out with me, Troy. Dominique falling out with Wayne, me and Cameron. Like just coming, just no weapon formed against us shall prosper. Like we still standing and we still look like the gentlemen we are. Like you're not gonna sit here and just disrespect us and just lie on us and think we supposed to sit there and take that. Just no, stop being little bitches and come on. Last night I made a statement, bitch. You gonna watch your fucking mouth. You're not gonna be able to keep sitting here coming up with fake drama for yourself. No, I'm not that girl. Not gonna happen. You not gonna play that game with me. And every time you play with me, I'm gonna play back. It's on period.
Yeah, put the quarter in the slot and let's play. Start the game.
You got all that mouth and you ran up against your match, bitch, and I popped your lip and made it burn. Just sorry, suck it up. Try again, good sister. Cause bitch, you can't roll up on no bitch and then claim to be the victim. Talk about I'm three times your size. I was 3 times your size when you rolled up on me in the first place.
That's middle school, high school shit, honey. You would expect that shit in your teens and 20s, but you in your 30s, you know better. You knew better. You just didn't do better.
That's right. They got this TV shit confused. Bitch, so y'all got a real nigga on this show now. Y'all got a real street nigga. Don't play with me. Don't roll up on me like you stupid. I don't play that. I'm not for TV. This ain't for play.
See, that's why I like you. Because it's like you embody, I'm gonna be honest, you embody the persona that I would have if I were on a show like that. Because I'm not with the fake Hollywood shit. I'm gonna keep it real, give it to you. Yeah, I can get done up when I need to get done up, but most of the time I'm a laid back, chill individual, and that's just how I do. So to see somebody else that's like that, that's hood, that's street, and that's not like too prim and proper to do any and everything else. I like that. And I think that's why a lot of fans are starting to gravitate towards you because they see that realness out of you. Now, I trust me. Of course, the other people, other cast members are going to have their crews, their fans who are going to support them right or wrong. But then they let you know if they support them when they're wrong, and they still saying that they're right. That ain't the type of fan you want anyway.
Oh,
because they ain't real.
Because my biggest thing is I can admit when I did wrong. I knew I did wrong. I always said I did wrong when I did wrong on the show. I know damn well what I'm doing. I'm not doing it just for the show, bitch. I'm doing it because I want to do it, not because it's for the show. Just like when I put that question in it, when I put the question in, I said I know damn well I was being petty. The fuck? I wanted to be petty.
Get out of my head because I was getting ready to ask you. Yo, so since you brought that up, like now knowing that Drew had a lot of battery in the back participation when it came to that whole situation with you and Dom, and assuming that you didn't know when you all were at Ike's event, right? So you didn't know that she had been the one putting the battery in the back. So when you guys had that conversation, y'all had a conversation or whatnot, looking back at it now, knowing that she did it, do you think maybe she had that issue on purpose to try to justify some shit? So now it made her look kind of innocent in the situation. You get what I'm saying? Like, did she try?
Whatever it didn't work because people think that she should have still stayed the fuck out of it. It wasn't her right.
Yeah, it wasn't. She should.
So whatever she tried to do, it didn't work.
It didn't. But you see what I'm saying? Like,
it could have been her way of trying to set things up to try to make me look bad. But at the end of the day, it didn't work. Because where you failed was with the fact that I already had said, oh, I understand you now. my bad. I did some childish shit, but I'm a grown up. And if you got a problem with me, talk to me. You ain't gotta do childish shit. Just talk to me. But just know if you gonna do childish shit, I'm gonna do childish shit too. I don't give a fuck. I'm 33, but I'm petty as fuck. Don't play with me. If I ain't playing with you, don't play with me.
Right. You meet people out. That's what I'll meet you at your level.
I meet people where they are in life.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to project where you going. I mean you right where you are. If you are a petty, low down cunt that ain't got shit going on, I'm gonna treat you like the petty, low down cunt that ain't got shit going on that you are. Act like what you want to be at, what you want to be. If you want me to treat you like a messy bitch, I'm gonna treat you like a messy bitch. If you want to be treated like an adult, act like an adult. That's just on period.
Yeah, that's just what it is. So
I was respectful to everybody.
You were, you know, and
even tried to help.
Yeah, you have. I mean, I've seen. That's why I said that's why I've been telling you. I'm starting to like you a lot more now because I'm seeing your character. You know what I mean? I'm actually seeing your character, and I see that you have a genuineness about you, and you have a way that some people just can't take because some people are just not built for it tough.
Sorry.
If you're not built for it tough, then you won't know how to take people. But it is what it is, and I'm pretty sure that we'll see more coming up the rest of this season. I'm pretty sure there'll be some more things. If you watch the trailer, then you know that there's more coming.
I think y'all are going to see more of me in a different light too, and maybe some things could be explained because my story is still going to be told, and y'all are going to see like a lot of different sides of me coming now. So it's like you'll understand. I love what Dario's doing. He's giving y'all. He's slowly introduced me to y'all. Then it built up to a big climax, but now it's like now we got to go back to see what happened, how it happened, what's going on. So now y'all get to see everything unfold, how it went down, and y'all are gonna get to see more of me and what I have to offer. Like y'all still haven't seen me perform, y'all haven't seen me work with music. Y'all just seen me showing up to events, making jokes.
I've seen you perform.
That's true, but what I'm saying is you haven't seen me on this show yet.
Yeah, right. I'm just saying. I'm excited to see it.
Right. So I'm excited for what's to come. And even though it had to start off with a bang like that, I'm excited for everybody to see more of me and what I have to offer and tell my story a little bit more.
Definitely. Because I feel like not knowing your story, I feel like you have something inside of you that you're getting ready to put out there. And I really am excited and look forward to seeing that, But now, there are many facets to you as an individual. Mm-hmm. And, you've done drag before, correct?
Yep, sure did.
Okay, let's talk about it. Because I want to know, like, when did you get started in it? Where did you perform? Your base. Like, tell me about that. Tell me about your drag career.
I started when I was 19 here in Atlanta. I was a little fat boy who was very insecure about his weight, just getting really fresh into the gay lifestyle. So I came up in the whole no fats, no films time. So when I was a girl, I was getting all the boys that I liked. So I thought that was the scene. I thought that's what I wanted. So I started doing shows at 708. I was on the Purple Dragon cast. I did the Stars of the Century, the Rise of Stars of the Century with the Stars of the Century cast. Long story short, I performed at every bar here in Atlanta. Okay. And also, I used to run 3 club nights here in Atlanta. I had 3 shows that I ran myself. I had a show at 708, I had a show at Mix Atlanta, and I had a show at Chaparral before it closed. I actually I don't know if you know who Angeria Van Michaels is. Angeria Paris Van Michaels. She's just on this season of RuPaul's Drag Race. She was one of the girls that I put on my show when she first started doing drag. Nice. My best friend is Trinity Cabernet. We grew up together. So we were doing drag. I started doing drag when she was like just getting known in it. So like me and her was like that was just something I did because it took me a while to learn who I was and what I wanted to be.
Do you
And I
know?
thought because of getting that attention as her,
Okay. Do you know of any who are the performers that you know of now in the scene in Atlanta? Because I have a friend of mine, goes by Malachi.
Where
Um,
is he?
you never see him in a wig. You always see him like bald head.
He
Uh,
rap.
yeah,
Yeah, I know him.
yeah. That's my homeboy. We're from the same area, and he actually was on my show Queer, which is about LGBTQIA musicians and artists and stuff. And talk to him. Talk to him, because when I tell you he can make you a funky little club beat.
I know.
Something.
I love his little remixes and stuff that he does. I've seen him perform at the Century a couple of times, and I've seen him on some of the shows that he do in Atlanta. Like I know Malachi. He knows my niece Queen Faraz.
Okay.
She's a singer. They actually have worked together, I think.
Okay. Cool. I always like to see if people are connected, because the Carolinas and Georgia ain't too far from one another. They right there at each other. Mm-hmm. With the drag career, did you transition? Did you ever think about doing music then, or was it like music not even music was like an afterthought? Wasn't even not even the process.
Trying to win pageants. I was a competitor. I used to do pageants, so I was thinking about the next gown, my next hairpiece, my next pair of shoes, my jewelry. Mm-hmm. I was just trying to top myself one up every time in the pageant. So music wasn't even something I didn't think about. Hell, music wasn't, when I stopped doing drag, music wasn't the first thing I started doing. I started acting before I started doing music.
Oh, okay. And so
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. It's a show called The Mister. You can find it on YouTube too. I was that was my first acting role. And when I started actually, take that back, I started doing radio first. Me and Carl had a radio show. I did a radio show first, and then I moved into acting. And then 2 years into me doing radio and acting, it was on a downtime period where we stopped filming the show because we filmed that show for a year because of our schedule. So when we got done and the show was airing, I ain't have nothing to do. I had stopped doing radio. The show had wrapped. It was nothing else to do. So I was like, I need something to do. So Corona hit and I started doing music.
And there it is.
Yep.
And that hit, because the joint they can't get right. Like, give me the backstory on that, please.
Can't Get Right happening because when I started doing music, I came in with a whole different sound. I didn't sound like everybody else. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people didn't like how I approached stuff. Like, I came head first, straight in, just, already knowing that I was somebody. Not knowing that, I'm just some new kid on the block, but I'm a hustler. So I'm going to always sweet talk and just get myself into where I need to go, because that's what I know how to do. Like, I know how to work myself. Like, that's all I got is me. I know how to sell myself.
Right.
So a lot of people didn't like me, but I started hearing my influence and my sound a lot more down here in the South. And I was like, oh, so a nigga can't get right, but y'all can steal my shit. Okay. All right. So I decided that I was gonna switch up my whole style with my next project and my whole vibe. And bitches, I was gonna make them bitches mad.
And did. And did.
And do.
Okay. Yep, and do. They Superman. Put capes on and shit. But right. Like that video shoot, the video that dropped, like tell me a little bit about that. Like, the who filmed it? Like, it was pretty dope. Like, how did you guys organize and put that all together. That was dope as fuck. It was dope.
Shout out to Rex Media, who is my videographer here in Atlanta. He's the best. He's the greatest. Shout out to Chad Bailey, my man, one of my managers with Pink Girl Entertainment. Me and him were talking, and I told him for my project, I wanted to just give futuristic Missy Elliott vibes throughout everything. Like I wanted to give a old 90s. I wanted 90s flavor, but futuristic. I just wanted something that gave that vibe. So every song, like "Ooh Lord," is like high energy, real lights, real, moving. So we Can't Get Right. I wanted to pull my flex muscle. Like I wanted to call in my friends that I knew had a little name to themselves. And I was like, bitch, every one of us in this video has been told that we don't do shit right. So y'all might as well come down here and celebrate this song with me. I had T.S. Kendra and Wayne. I had Rico with a K, Trinity K. Bonet, and Oliver Twist. And they all came, and I was like, okay, I want to have me a Missy P. Diddy moment. So we found a little light area, and I was like, oh my God, this is going to give me that, like Puffy and Mace in the tube. And fashion-wise, I was very, very inspired by Missy with the futuristic looks, but I wanted to give high fashion. I really wanted to make it look high fashion because don't see people my size that do this giving nothing but t-shirt and hats. And I just wanted to give a moment, a fashion moment. So like I wanted to give a statement. So I did the big overly drawn shoulders and cute little crop top moment. Just I wanted to give that. So that's how that came about.
It worked. It worked because that video was hot. So make sure. Period. Anyway, kind of switching gears here a little bit. Now, you got the drag career that you've had, the acting career, music. You are a reality show cast member, so that's actually another whole category in itself. So you're not acting. Yeah, you're a reality, so you can't say you're acting. You're just real. So you facet, but you're also should I say, are you a bear model?
I am.
Okay, all right. So, for those out here in the world that's still maybe living up under a couple of rocks and don't know what I meant by that, bears happen to be men of a larger body stature. Some not even the same larger body stature, but they tend to have more facial hair, more body hair, beards. They're burly. Sometimes they look intimidating. They look like bears. Some look like grizzlies. Some look like polar. Some look like teddies, koalas, pandas. But it's a culture in the LGBTQI community. And it doesn't even reach just men either. There are women, lesbian women and FTM men that consider themselves bears as well. And you did a shoot for them, for the match, for Bear World. Ooh, in the teaser you gave, I was like, let me find out. Hold on. So I was talking to the hubs this evening, and I was like, by the way, Rico got a spread with Bear World. He was like, have you seen the whole spread yet? I was like, no, I just saw the teaser. He was like, well, so I was like, I definitely wanted to ask, like, how did you become a model with them? Because like I know, I used to dabble on Bear 411 and Bear Forest and Bear WW. You know the same.
The Bears.
Yeah, the Bear scene.
Well, it just so happens that Brian Cortez is an artist that I work with, and he's actually one of the writers for the publication. And he reached out to me, and he wanted to do an interview about my music. he was like, "How about we do a photo spread?" I was like, "Sure." He was like, "It's free range, whatever you want to do." So I seen him in my photo shoot from chasing, and then I was like, "Okay, well, I got some other stuff I can do." And I love being in my underwear. Like I love underwear. Period. So I wanted to give a show, so I gave it a show.
That one of this two-step in my undies. Two-step. Okay, look. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with it. Shit, what
But
they
I think, shout out to Brian. I think that they should do that like a monthly thing, like a feature artist that they can, or a feature of a spread, like how Playboy used to do, like have the Bear Boys.
Yeah, they should. Like they really should. Like maybe pitch it to them. Pitch it
I
to
might
pitch
talk to
it
them.
idea.
I might talk to
Pitch
Brian
a good
about it.
idea. Cause like I mean there are several what they say bear celebrities out here like that do music and whatnot and that do all types of things. Like several, and they're of all age ranges and sizes and whatnot. So yeah, I think that would be dope because that would just bring more attention and kind of attract, the next generation of bears and cubs and chubs and so on, and chasers and admirers and all that good stuff. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Um,
they are.
but yeah, wow. So you just do it all, man. You're kind of like a Renaissance man.
I try my best.
Hey, that's all you can do.
God knows I try my best.
Hey, well, look, that effort and that trying has you where you are today. And one black man to another, I'm proud of what you've accomplished. Even if what happened last night on the show happened, so what? I want people to understand and know this right here and right now. Humans are humans and they're going to react how they react. That does not speak to the content of their full character. So please stop making these quick judgments about their characters. Just like I said, I can right my wrongs as well too. Let's not do that, people, because we don't know. We don't know. Sometimes it takes us to kind of like just sit back and observe. You might want to, but you just sit back and observe. And then once you sit back and observe, then you find out more and more and more. Don't assume because you make an ass out of you and me, but not me because I ain't got to do with that. But don't assume. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, I appreciate the genuine attitude that you brought to the show. I appreciate, for one, you coming on and doing this interview. I really do. You know, and look. I appreciate you standing your fucking ground last night.
Thank you.
I appreciate you standing your ground. Cause me, look, I may live in the Midwest, and they just as gully, but I'm from the South. I'm originally from North Carolina, Concord area. Period. So I was brought up, raised in South Carolina and in Georgia too, with my aunts and everybody else. I was brought up, you do what you got to do, and you just look around and you find something. And if you have to, you take it and you knock the shit out of it. Cause
I ain't do.
ain't no rules.
Ain't no rules in fighting.
Ain't no rules. Can't talk all this stuff online, and then when you see me, can't jump me though. Can't hit me though. Can't sneak me though. No. If you gonna have, this is not me speaking side on side. This is me speaking fact on fact. You can't be running your mouth, and then when that heat is brought to you, you try to backpedal, and this. Well, no, but you're still talking shit because you got a battery in your back. You gotta stop doing that. You gotta stop doing that because you think you got people on your side that want to see you win. These people actually want to see you win something. They want to listen to it again, ladies and gentlemen. You think you got people that want to see you win, when in all actuality, they want to see you win something. They want to see you in some mess.
That is true.
So you got to be careful out here in these streets. And so, Rico, I appreciate what you brought to the table last night. No,
Okay.
I'm not saying, oh, violence is the answer, but if it becomes the answer.
I never can say this word correctly. Accountability.
You had it. You had it. You had it. Accountability.
Accountability is what I brought last night.
Yeah. Yeah. You brought everything to the table. So it is, and it was what it was. So everybody was accountable. Like, yeah, y'all both had wrong in it because it you know, I know you got pushed and you had to attack. You felt
I
like
ain't have.
you didn't
I
have
did.
to. You didn't have to, but you just kind of did because she came for something that hit you way below the belt. That hurt. That
You
special.
just gotta understand, like just like I said in my confessionals, bitch. I went to your level that night. I stooped to your level.
Yep.
I gave him what he wanted.
Yeah.
A moment. I gave him a moment.
Mm-hmm. A moment like that.
Right. And I'm saying, what now? What I did think was funny is how they changed his voice in his confessionals when they was like, "Hey, you gonna have to deal with it." I was like, "Oh, I am. Oh,
Yeah,
okay."
he said it made it sound like he said it with his whole chest. I was like, oh.
I said, "Okay, let's deal with it then. Let's see how this dealing with is gonna go."
Mm-hmm. And then the next thing you know, you saw. I was like, oh, oh, oh. That's all I kept doing. It was like I would look up and look down and giggle. I would look up. I just kept. It was just. It was funny. It was funny because it was bound to happen, and I couldn't see what the basis was before because it was like if it was all of this stuff was going on social media, why was it so quiet? It was like all of this particular issue was really quiet amongst everything else. This was it. Okay, you know. I do want to say one more thing before we get up out of here. Listen, not you, Rico, but some of y'all out there. I don't care if you're gay, straight, pan, whatever. You have your body.
Oh, okay.
I have my body. Others have their bodies. And no matter how you feel about another's body, they love themselves. Worry about yourselves. Mind the business that pays you. Because it doesn't make sense for you to not want to be classified, but you are. I had to speak on it again because it bothers me. And I don't want to hear the excuse about being the only child. I know a lot of people that are only children that would never do anything like that. So you have some more growing to do. Please do not let www.youtube.com go to your head. That was just the message. That wasn't you, Rico. But that was just the message.
Baby, I ain't got nothing to worry about my way.
Yeah, we dang. So, thank you once again. Scale Screw, thank you for tuning in once again. Make sure you guys check in next week. We got another special guest coming. Am I going to tell you? Of course not. Hell no. Tune in and find out. Check out the promos. Love y'all to death. Keep it balanced. And we'll see y'all at the next episode. Deuces.